Hey Box developers, it's Alex, your developer advocate here at Box. I am here today with 3 Box customers who have been using Box AI. We will be discussing their Box journey, their AI use cases, and much more. To get started, I'd like to have each of you introduce yourself, your role, and what company you're with. Let's start with Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike Curry. I'm the Director of Software Engineering. We're a company that provides a variety of financial products to companies all over the US. So thanks for having us here, Alex, and happy to be with you.
Awesome, thank you. Umang?
Super excited to be here, Alex. My name is Umang Beri. I'm the Senior Director of Data Systems at NAF, which is a nonprofit in the high school education space. Our goal is to help high school students be ready for the workforce, whether they want to go straight to post-secondary or straight to the workforce once they graduate.
That's fantastic. And Geoff?
Thanks, Alex. Geoff Moore, Chief Information Officer for the Valmark Financial Group. We serve as the back office for independent financial advisors.
Well, before we jump in, I'd like to just get a pulse on how y'all are feeling about all of the mainstream AI stuff that's coming out. Are y'all using it? Are y'all excited about it? Let's start with Geoff.
Yeah, I would say I'm excited about it. I think if you look at like a Gartner hype curve, we might be at the top of the hype curve, but I still think we're starting to see some really interesting use cases where some people that have maybe been tinkering away in their basement are starting to come to market and show some of the work they've done. So I think it's pretty exciting. If I had to pick one area I'm particularly excited in is the area of RAG, or retrieval augmented generation. And I know we'll get into some more of the use cases with Box later today.
Yeah, for sure. Umang?
I feel like I'm living in the 90s when video games were coming out, and each new iteration of video games was the next best thing. And I'm so happy, I'm so excited to be in this time frame where we're learning so many new things that are coming out, and I just feel like I want to pick everything and try everything.
I totally agree. I feel like every day, it's like you said, a new video game's coming out. I remember waiting in line for a new PS2 disc, a new game coming out, which is crazy to say discs now, right? Because nobody uses discs anymore. What about you, Mike?
I just want to echo what everybody else said. I mean, it's really invigorating to wake up every morning and open up Hacker News and figure out, okay, what's the new latest model that's coming out today? But it really is the time to experiment. I mean, our company, we're just launching internal chatbots, all types of GPT connected tools. It's really like the possibilities are endless. So it really is exciting to kind of just take what's out there and play with it and see if you can solve a problem.
For sure. So let's move into Box and y'all's journey. What brought you to Box? How long have y'all been a customer? And have you been enjoying using Box? Maybe we'll start with Geoff.
Yeah, we're actually a relatively new customer. We did a proof of concept in Q4 of 2023, and then we started migrating people over in 2024. We don't have all of our departments over yet, but really excited. Some of the reasons we decided to move to Box, we were on an on-premise system before, so we really wanted to kind of get away from the perpetual upgrade cycle. And the other thing, at least for us in financial services, is Box.com really understands our regulatory space. So one of our regulatory entities is FINRA, and right out of the gate, built into the platform, is FINRA 17A4 compliance, which was a really big deal for us in our ability to use a cloud-based platform.
Right. Umang?
We too are really, really new customers. We actually started early this year. One of the big reasons why we moved over to Box was because of all the enterprise controls that you had, and your API documentation was so robust, we couldn't think of any edge cases that it would not be covered. It was a pretty easy decision for us to move, especially because Box handled both Microsoft suite of products as well as Google suite of products. We could just have one single source of truth.
And Mike, what about y'all?
Yeah, we've been with Box for about a year now. We're a relatively young company, but we moved over to Box because we were kind of dealing with the situation where a lot of stuff was in emails and in Drive, and it was all over the place. So we really wanted to put that under one roof. And echoing what Geoff said, all the compliance aspects were really what drew us to the platform, and as well as how amazing the integration with Salesforce and our other business applications was. So that really drew us in, and it's been a great experience.
For sure. So let's zoom in on Box AI. We recently released our first feature set, which includes content Q&A, text generation, and metadata extraction. We're also working on several enhancements coming out soon. I'm interested to hear what use cases that you all would have using Box AI. Let's start with you, Umang.
So we're super excited to see the AI endpoints and the API soon after we were onboarded with Box. And that was such a great bonus for us. We have a few ideas in various development phases. We just recently released one. And one of the things that we're trying to do is hit all the low-hanging fruits just to get people used to what AI can do for them. Create short summaries. If a customer uploads a document, they might not be familiar with it. Create a summary so they can quickly read what it's about before they even have to open it. Box provides the content preview, which allows you to quickly glance at the document without the need to download it. Such a time saver. We're also going to use Box to create some automatic metadata for our files. So if there's any PII or any additional information that we need to be aware of, we can quickly identify those documents right on the right from the get-go. So if there are any documents that are by mistake shared and in a way that we don't want it to be, we can put some controls in place to safeguard that data in a much more efficient manner.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like you're saving a lot of time and creating a lot of business efficiency there. What about Geoff? What about you?
Yeah, I'm probably most excited about the, like I mentioned earlier, the RAG capabilities, or the ability to just put a collection of documents, say, in a folder, and then have a user just ask a question and have the AI determine like what is the right document, and even where in the document might the answer be, and give a quick summary to somebody. When you've got policy documents that could be 200 pages plus, it can be time consuming for someone to look through. But even though if you want the human to actually look at the document and find the right answer, it helps to give them a quick head start on where to look and where to go. Also really excited about the metadata extraction. Haven't had a chance to experiment with that yet, but definitely a lot of use cases in terms of like pulling out data and then assigning it to a metadata field or some other data point.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mike, I know y'all have connected Box and Salesforce and have a really cool demo out there. Call out for all of our viewers to go check out. I think we have another video that focused specifically on that demo, but why don't you give us a brief overview of what y'all have done with Box and Box AI?
Yeah, I think we're really fortunate to be some early beta customers on the Box AI API, and we've built a really tight integration between when files basically get uploaded into Salesforce through a content uploader, so like a plugin widget. Those files that get dropped in are automatically sent to the Box AI API for analysis. So we ask basically 9 or 10 of the most common questions that we want to retrieve from our documents, which are primarily bank statements that we use for underwriting purposes. And so the entire process that an underwriter would manually have to do to look at starting and ending balances, account numbers, etc., all of that is completely automated now with Box AI. So it saves our whole underwriting process a lot of time. We're able to make decisions faster. The whole company is able to be a little bit more agile, and it's become an integral part of our business process now, is using Box AI to power that flow. So it's been an incredible journey, and all I could say is hats off to the team, because it really is a stellar product.
So kind of continuing on that thought there, Mike, if we've released several of our Box AI features in the API. What challenges have you had, connecting Box and Salesforce, or would you have any feedback for us on, what to improve next?
Yeah, I think the product is really good. I think there's always, going to be room for improvement in different areas. I think one of the things that we found early on, and we worked with the product team directly to address this, was the ability to choose your own model. So in the beginning, when we were first using the API, it was locked to one model. I think it was like 3.5 or GPT 3.5 Turbo. But we found that actually different models, especially some of the newer models, really had a different result. So now actually there is the ability to set in what's called an agent config, which is phenomenal. So now in the Box AI API, you can specify, hey, I want to use this model or this temperature, and you can really turn all the dials. So again, huge kudos to the Box AI product team for making that agent config happen. It's been a game changer.
Awesome. Umang, I know that you were describing your use case earlier. It sounds like you've been using the Box AI API quite frequently. Do you have any feedback for the team?
The feedback is keep doing what you're doing. It's going so well. If I had to really think of things, it's maybe know what guardrails Box may have. Sometimes things I'm trying to do, it seems like Box is safeguarding me from doing something that I should not be doing. And if I can have an idea of what those guardrails that Box has implemented, that I'm not trying to hit against it, and just understand and give that feedback to Box itself themselves.
And then, Geoff, I know that you're relatively new to using the Box AI Platform API. Do you have any feedback? I know that we've chatted before about, increasing the number of files.
Yeah, that is spot on. That's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, just like everybody else, I'm really excited for what you guys have done, but I think that would be helpful for us to be able to include more files as part of the analysis.
Before we go, I'd love to give each of you the opportunity to just give any sort of Box feedback outside of Box AI. Maybe Geoff, if you want to, I'll start with you, because I know you're relatively new, so you probably have a specific point of view.
Yeah, I do really like the relay capabilities, kind of the automated kind of no code workflow components of Box. I think that's really great. I'd like to see Box continue to support that and add new features. I know a new feature that's coming is the document creation through relay, which I think, if it was available today, we would have used it for sure. Versus our own API. But I think that's where I would like to see additional functionality is in the relay, a little bit more automation capabilities.
Awesome. What about Umang?
I'd love to see some additional integration with other documents that exist in other enterprise software. We would love, instead of just relying on creating bookmarks, it would be so cool if we could just say, okay, we have these entry points that exist in these other vendors, and we just want to link them up.
Yeah. And what about you, Mike?
Yeah, I think we're always looking to push, to get onto the cutting edge. And one of the things we would love to see is some sort of native OCR capability, where if we have photocopy or scan documents, the ability to basically, as those are uploaded, have the OCR happen. That'll help with just searching through files, but it'll also help because now you'll be able to use them with Box AI, which would be a huge unlock, I think, for us and for a lot of other customers as well.
Well, thank you, Mike, Umang, and Geoff for joining me today to talk all about how you're using Box and our new Box AI Platform API. I really appreciate you all taking the time. Thank you for checking out this video on the Box AI Platform API. If you'd like to find out more, please check out our Box AI Developer Zone at developer.box.com. You can follow us on X at Box Platform, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Box, and check out our new LinkedIn showcase page at Box-Developers.